Hello there, speed duelists, and welcome back to another tournament review. Today we are doing the top 4 coverage of a speed duel dungeon number 5. As you guys know, Dungeon is the tournament series using a custom Forbidden and Limited list. So you can see it on the screen right now. If you want to have a closer look, you can also check it out in the Speed Duel League Discord. Now, for this tournament, as you can see, we had quite a bit of variety. In the top 4, we are seeing Battle City Slugger, we're seeing Amazonas with Room for Growth, Destructive Fate, you know, the coin deck, and Dark Magician being me. So let's get in and see what the first match has to offer. That is going to be Username versus Shadowy Flame, both pretty well-known guys in the Speed Duel League community. So Username breaking a bit, opening the Queen's Knight, but let's see whether he can make something work from here. Shadowy Flame is going to commit the Princess. It's going to search out, the call was searched, already had the Onslaught, so yeah. Using the skill, so Room for Growth gives a level 3 or lower monster 300 attack points per level it has. So Amazonas Princess is level 3, she's gonna gain 900, going up to 2100. That's pretty respectable. Is gonna declare an attack and use its effect. So sending one card away to special summon an Amazonas monster from the deck in defense mode. That is gonna be Amazonas Queen, and the Queen basically makes all your monsters indestructible by battle. Let's see here. Username picks up enemy controller. Could be a big one, could be a big one. Let's see how they choose to use it. They are gonna steal the Queen. Yeah, that's gonna be stopped by Book of Moon. So suddenly Username is left with nothing. Their intention was to take the Queen and tribute it for Jinzo, but none of that now. So gonna use the skill Battle City Slugger. Once per turn it lets you put one of those Joey prize cards from your hand back into the deck to draw one. And they're gonna draw Swords of Revealing Light. A pretty potent top deck. Shadowy Flame does draw Amazonas Sage, but that's not gonna help them out. It's gonna go to the battle phase, activate Onslaught, chaining to Amazonas Call to search. So he's gonna search Amazonas Scouts and special summon it. That's a bit weird because now you tell the opponent that you have another Amazonas monster in the hand as a valid target for the Onslaught summoning effect. But yeah, probably not going to matter. We see Username drawing the Galaxy Cyclone. If Shadowy Flame had more back row, that could have been useful, but no. Username draws Jack's Knight, and that's not a card that Joey won in Battle City, so you can't put it back for a draw. Imagine if it just said like level 5 Warrior. I think there's one of those weird support cards, a Retrain of Guildia, that specifies level 5 Warrior when it is clearly meant to reference Legendary Fisherman, but alas, Username drawing Sol and Luna, that's not gonna do anything here. Galaxy Cyclone is activated, getting the extra knowledge of the back row, but yeah, here we are gonna see Shadowy Flame switch his monsters to attack position, not fearing the Quaking Mirror Force. I'm not entirely sure. I think Quaking Mirror Force is at 1 in this Forbidden Limited list. And have we seen another Limit 1 card? Yeah, Swords. So it couldn't be Quaking. So Shadowy Flame is just gonna get attacks in. Enemy controller switching the Queen to defense, but still taking the 21 from the Princess. Still in battle phase, using Cosmic Cyclone to get rid of the last back row. Still in the battle phase, using Scouts, tributing itself, and that gives Shadowy Flame one monster zone to special summon the Sage into. So Shadowy Flame will be taking game number 1. Game number 2. Let's turn the sound off. Shadowy Flame gets a start, and I was gonna say they're starting off without Amazonos Princess, but of course they have the Amazonos Call. So that is gonna search the Princess. Princess is gonna search another copy of Call. So not going for the Onslaught here. Let's see. Username finally having his god card, the Joker's Knight, is gonna special summon that by sending Queen's Knight. And tribute summoning for Jinzo, but as we can see here, Shadowy Flame has no traps. There is a Book of Moon, and that is probably gonna be used on the Jinzo. No, Shadowy Flame taking the damage, so Princess is destroyed. That will allow him to special summon Cataclysmic Crusted Calciphidia. That's gonna send a Medora from the deck to the graveyard. Joker's Knight activating its effect. But Shadowy Flame says, wait, at the end of the battle phase, I wanna put your grave cards back into the deck. Yeah. So Joker's Knight returning the deck, as well as Call and Princess. Turn goes to Shadowy Flame. He has another copy of Call. He's gonna add Princess effect for, I would believe, Amazonos spellcasting here. Heirloom. Yeah. He's going to equip the Heirloom that basically turns your Amazonos into a Cataster that cannot be destroyed by battle once per turn. He's going to move up to 21 attack. The Calciphidia is going to get switched to defense, and the Princess is going to be able to destroy the Jinzo. On a deck declaration, going for the Princess. So Shadowy Flame will take some damage, but the Jinzo is going to be destroyed. And now username has the top deck, but Cosmic Cyclone is not going to do it. Is this going to be a quick 2-gamer? It's going to depend on... Yeah, no, it's not even going to depend on the order of attacks. We're going to see DD Warrior Lady get run over, and the 2 big monsters can get in. So that is GG, Shadowy Flame moving on to the finals. Other top 4 match, that is going to be me on Dark Magician, one of my favorite decks, as you guys know, playing against the Idox, who brought Destructive Fate. So I win the rock, paper, scissors, made the opponent go first, and they're just sending one, and Waboku is a heck to deal with for Dark Magician. I'm gonna, for the first time in the tournament, use the combo, equip Witch with Wonder Wand, draw 2, and then search the Sphere Kuriboh. Yeah, that's gonna prevent me from getting OTK'd in any way, shape, or form. I set 2 and pass the turn. Idox is gonna commit Twin Barrel Dragon, is gonna target the Canadia, you know, the Paleozoic, and I believe I'm not chaining here. Yeah, I do want to make my opponent pay the life points to destroy it. So right now my Canadia is in the graveyard. However, the worst case scenario happens. The opponent has the Dyna and a Dinosaur, so can summon the big fusion. I'm gonna take 17 here. I'm gonna sphere the Dyna tank. And because I took damage, I can special summon Dark Magician. Here he is in all his glory. I am gonna move on to the main phase, search, Dark Magic attack, and yeah, not use it yet. I'm gonna dig and find Kaiku. Okay. So now I am gonna Dark Magic attack, and yeah, I was hoping to summon Kaiku, run over the Twin Barrel Dragon, banish the Dinosaur, and then I can just Saku the fusion monster without any issues, but Waboku, excellent card. I just have to set my back row and pass. Play goes back to Idox, who is gonna use Twin Barrel Dragon to destroy the Dark Magician, and I'm completely fine with that. I'm gonna add back Magic Kuriboh and just pass here. And I have to out the Dyna tank, so I'm going to Saku it. But when it dies, it can resurrect, you know, a dinosaur from the graveyard. to Sakuretsu, I'm gonna chain Canadia, so that is gonna be a little bit of a buffer. As Idox summons Dogoran, Twin Barrel Dragon gets in. Dogoran tries to attack, but I have another Sakuretsu armor. So yeah, Idox knows I have the Magic Rebo, so he's just gonna pass the turn. And here I have Breaker, and I was thinking, man, do I go for Breaker and destroy the back row and crash? The other plan would have been to summon Kaiku and get Banishing, but I go for the Breaker. I'm gonna target the back row, but it's gonna be another Waboku. And this is annoying for Idox because, yeah, if he wants to get past Breaker, he'll have to do 100 points of damage, and that makes Magic Rebo live. So, yeah. Idox draws Cup of Ace, but he's already had 3 turns of Destructive Fate, so this skill should be face down right now. But yeah, you can't put it face down if it's a custom card. Idox is gonna Raw Dog the Cup of Ace, and it's gonna work for him. So heads, he draws 2 cards. And look at these 2 cards. It's ridiculous. He has a Dynabase and Dogoran. Absolutely silly. So he's gonna special the Dynabase, and I was thinking, man, if he has a dinosaur, I'm cooked. But I'm gonna Book of Moon his guy. Yeah, so now cannot use the effect. And Idox still not wanting to give me the opportunity to drop my Magic Rebo, which I am going to abuse. I go into the battle phase with Kaiku. Yeah, that is gonna attack the Dyna base. Or is this a base? I'm gonna drop my Magic Rebo, special summon Dark Magician, and that can attack over the base. Now my Breaker is still in attack position because I was thinking maybe I can use the Magic Rebo, then use Breaker to crash and add the Magic Rebo back. But I ended up not going for that. Idox now drawing Offerings to the Doomed. Is gonna set it. And yeah, now he attacks over my Breaker. So I take the 100 points of damage, I add the Magic Rebo, and I'm gonna fire that off at the end of the battle phase to summon a second Dark Magician. I draw a Witch. And yeah, here I leave 1 Dark Magician in defense to play around the possible Quaking Mirror Force, because I haven't seen any Limit 1 cards yet. So Kaiku is going to get over the Twin Barrel Dragon. That's going to banish a Dinosaur. And Dark Magician gets over the Twin Barrel Dragon. I'm going to draw my 3rd and final copy of Dark Magician. There is Idox's 3rd and final copy of Waboku. And here, Idox could have won if he drew his 2nd Cup of Ace, and I missed. But luckily that was not the case. He does have another Dyna base, and I'm going to immediately flip it face down with Canadia. And here we can wrap things up. So 1000 Knives and a direct attack is GG. So going into game number 2, that was a very, very long game number 1. Let me check the log. Over 20 minutes for a single game of Speed Duel. Very intense. My hand in game number 2 is not amazing, although I do open my one of Magic Rebo. Idox is gonna Cup of Ace, pay half his life points to draw 2, and look at his hand, look at his hand. Nideem on my Sakuretsu. Here is the Dyna tank. Setting 2. And I'm going to summon Dark Magician here. And play goes back to me. It doesn't look too bad here. What am I missing? Ah yeah, if I 1000 Knives the Dyna tank, I still have the Dogoran to contend with. So I was hoping to draw Medora, That could have cleared that excellently. Yeah, I'm gonna lose my Dark Magic attack to Mind Crush. And it keeps going downhill from here. Yeah, the Twin Barrel Dragon takes me out. So we're going into a game number 3. And once again, my opening hand isn't great, but yeah, we can make it work. Normal Summon Breaker. He gets hit with the Waboku in response. So I just have to set my Sakuretsus and pray. Idox going for the Twin Barrel Dragon is gonna pay. And I'm gonna take this attack from Twin Barrel Dragon because I have the Kaiku, right? So I should be good to just... Oh, also, I have Dark Magician in hand, so I'm gonna special summon that. Next up is the skill to search for Dark Magic attack, and immediately my opponent hits me with Book of Moon. Yeah, understandable, understandable. Luckily I normal summon the Kaiku, and that can get over the Twin Barrel Dragon, but enemy controller is gonna prevent that. The opponent with the best draw in the deck goes for the Diana base, but I have Canadia, indeed. And now I'm gonna fire my Sakuretsu armor, not summoning Canadia from the graveyard. And here I'm feeling very, very safe. I draw DD Crow. So Kaiku is gonna banish the guys. And Idox is left with almost nothing. But this is Destructive Fate, so they're just gonna draw a Cup of Ace. However, they've had 3 turns already, so they'll have to raw dog it. And look at this, Idox is the best player in the game, gets heads again. Yeah, setting 2. Here I was thinking for a bit, but then I realized Waking the Dragon is banned in this list, as you can see here. So, or as you can see here, rather. Where is it? Yeah. All in the band section. So yeah, I'm just gonna fire my Dark Magic attack. Opponent is gonna chain Mind Crush, calling Sphere Kuribo. But as you can see, I don't have it, so they're gonna lose their Dogoran. And Idox is saying in chat, top deck Cup of Ace, but no, not this time, not this time. Draws another Dogoran and is gonna scoop it up. So I take the other spot in finals. Speaking of finals, I had to get up at an early time this morning to play this finals. But as you can see, my hand is not good for going second. Or should I say not good for going first. Would have been okay for going second, but yeah. Shadowy Flame with the 2100 Princess is gonna attack, special summon the Queen, and this is rough, this is rough. Anyway, we're gonna see Dark Magician and Breaker. Breaker is gonna target, yeah, sadly, a bluff set Amazon's Call. So I know the onslaught is here, right? But nothing I can do against it. I'm gonna search for 1,000 Knives. I'm gonna get rid of the Queen. And yeah, just start attacking, start doing damage. And hope I can outpace the opponent. So Breaker gets banished. Dark Magician doesn't get in. Onslaught special summoning the Princess from hand. And as you can see, Shadowy Flame did not have a target, because they already used their 2 calls, Spellcasting, Heirloom, and the Onslaught. So yeah, I just have to pass the turn here. Shadowy Flame has another call, is gonna normal summon the Amazoness Scouts, boost them up to 1100, and in the battle phase, gonna summon Sage, and Onslaught gives the monster it summons a 500 boost, so I'm at 1900 life points. I do have Sakuretsu armor face down, but Amazoness Scouts, quick effect, and your Amazoness cannot be destroyed by card effects. It is what it is, right? we're going into game number 2, where Shadowy Flame goes first, and I just pass. So Allure is gonna try to fix my hand a bit, but no. Opponent also passes. I draw my 3rd Dark Magician. Yeah, I couldn't just draw one of my beat sticks to start getting damage in, right? That would have been too good. Anyway, Shadowy Flame finally commits Princess, is gonna set 3 cards, and is gonna attack, special summoning the Queen. And I do have Magic Rebo, which I could use for Dark Magician Girl, which I am playing 1 copy of, but I'm not playing the Sage's Stone, and in hindsight, that's such a missed opportunity. If you play Dark Magician with a girl in tech, do yourself a favor, play 1 Sage's Stone. Yeah, I am gonna draw Breaker, and this would have been fine, but then Shadowy Flame has Mind Crush, and you'll never guess what he's calling. Yeah, my ultimate wizard, so I lose both copies. My Breaker is gonna get booked, and look at this. This is... yeah. Ridiculous. So the first Princess gets over my Breaker. It's gonna banish it. And yeah, I do have a Sphere, but it's all a lost cause. They are gonna use Princess effects, tributing the other princess, and I have Canadia in the battle step. Following it up with Sakuretsu Armor chaining 1, the Scouts chaining 2, Sphere chaining 3, so I'm barely alive, but here is Call in the battle phase, use Onslaught effect, special summon the Tiger, and I suppose that just feels great for Shadowy Flame, who is the winner of this Speed Duel Dungeon tournament. Shoutouts to him. Okay guys, that was it for this tournament. I was Ryan Atlas. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you want to play in these tournaments, check out the Speed Duel League description in Discord link in the description below. Bye.